We're average people. We're not rich. And like, never in a million years would I ever thought that I would be trying to build a house that was worth $500,000. Like, I just want like a simple, nice size house that I can live in for the rest of my life. Cause we ain't moving out this house, cause it's on our property. This is insane. Like, I don't understand how people are surviving this economy, and I don't understand. So yeah, I'm about to go sit on my couch and cry because I done came so far and cannot afford what I want because the economy is boo boo right now. Everything is skyrocket.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. She's so nice, isn't she? I love that accent. I don't know where it's from. Sounds southern accent. Young lady, I feel you. A lot of people feel you. And you're not the only one in that situation. The good news is, as you said, you and your husband, you guys make great income. But it boils down to what you said towards the end of the clip. You just can't get what it is that you want right now. The cost of everything is up across the board, but even before tariffs. Let me give a little insight. The deal is this: when a lot of money is put into the system, okay, during the pandemic, more money was put into the system, or as much money was put into the system as we've had from the beginning of this country up until that point. And so when everybody has dollars, and in your case, you're looking for a home, barn dominium, mobile home, tiny home, everything is up. Candy bars, bubble gum, everything is crazy high. And that's the reason. There's a lot of inflation that was baked into the cake to try to make people feel comfortable and at ease. So that's a reason why, just from a 10,000 foot view. And so it can feel like whenever you get ready to do something, the costs are super, super high. And so what I would say to you is, the good thing is that you do own land, and you and your husband can take time. It might take a little longer to get what you want, but you seem to have the mindset of ownership and staying in one place. So don't be dismayed. Develop a plan of action. I like to tell folks that are in your cohort, it takes time to make moves. We can't all make them at the same time. It takes time. And so be encouraged there, but I get it. You can't get what it is that you want right now, but I guarantee if the Lord tarries, this too will pass. Don't think if you're looking to buy a home today that by buying a barn dominium or a manufactured home, you're going to save yourself a lot of money, because that's just not the case. It's up everywhere. I think I have a solution for what you would need to do for most people to be able to afford a home. But before we get there, my name is Robert, and on this channel, the goal is to simplify the home loan process. I do so by bringing content like this to your attention so we can have a little entertainment, a little levity, but I want to put a little medicine and how to in that entertainment so that for those of you that are looking to get on the property ladder, you can do so in a successful manner. Now, I'm able to do this confidently because I'm a lender. Over 20 years, residential real estate. If you're looking to get on the property ladder and you want to reach out to us, the contact information is in the description below. Now, I alluded to it earlier, but I think I have an answer for this young couple and anybody else that's dealing with the cost of things and how to handle it. Let's check it out.
I hate to say it, but if you can't afford a house now, the only way you'll be able to afford one in the future is if you make more money. You have to figure out a way to make more income. There is no other way.
When I bought my house, I felt very lied to after seeing what all the actual prices were. So here's a realistic what my house costs every single month. So I learned that when people say that their mortgage is less than rent, they only mean the mortgage, not everything else that comes with it. And for context, my house was about $200,000 at a 6.25 interest rate. I have a 30-year loan and I put 3% down. My monthly mortgage price is $1,134. My PMI for not putting down the full 20% is $72. My property taxes are about $245. My home insurance is $27.50. HOA fees are $280. My home warranty is $30.19, and then my utilities are usually somewhere around $250. And if you weren't keeping track, that was $2,030 every single month. So while I wouldn't do anything differently, I think a lot of people would if they had all the information. So don't let anyone push you into buying a house if you don't feel like you're ready.
I knew the cost of home ownership and maintaining a house was going to be expensive, but dear God, we closed on this home less than 2 weeks ago at this point. My bank account has been fighting for its life all of those 2 weeks. Let me just share with you what we spent on this house during that time frame. $275.60 for a locksmith to change all the locks on the home. $455.40 for a whole house cleaning before we move in. We dropped $2,982.75. This was the 50% deposit that we needed to put down to get a privacy fence installed in our backyard. We knew we wanted a privacy fence at some point, but we weren't planning on doing it this quickly because there is already a fence there. It's just really, really old and it was rotten in some places, but we thought we could make do with it. But then the other day we took the dogs to the house for the first time and my dog made a beeline for the hole in the fence, and we were just like, oh no, we're gonna have to get this done like immediately. Next, we spent $250 on having a structural engineer come out. This actually saved us like thousands of dollars. Before we closed on the house, we had an inspector come out and they found cracks on the outside of the house and mentioned we might want to have like a structural engineer come out. We could not schedule the structural engineer to come out during our inspection window. We could only get a foundation company to come out and inspect it. And the foundation company, you know, they try to sell you on services. They told us that it was a structural issue, but it would only cost like around $10,000, which if you know anything about structural issues, they can be like, I mean, multiple tens of thousands of dollars. So we were like, okay, $10,000, if the sellers will like, you know, cover that, then we'd be fine with it. Basically, we were able to get like all of our closing costs covered plus some so that we could fix that issue. We got the structural engineer to come out and he was basically like, this is not a structural issue at all. So yeah, we basically saved like thousands of dollars getting the structural engineer to come out. We also had to spend $393.80 on heating oil because our HVAC system runs on heating oil. It's actually a dual system. So we have like an electric heat pump, but when it gets really, really cold, it kicks in with a heat oil system. And last but not least, we had to pay $99 for an HVAC service call because basically our heat went out at the house. That's when we noticed that the heating oil was out. So we got the oil refilled and the heat was still not cutting on. They fixed everything. It was actually a pretty simple fix, but we wouldn't have known how to do it. So in total, in the less than 2 weeks since we've closed on this house, we have paid $4,456.55. I feel like a majority of all these things needed to happen, and I feel very grateful and blessed that we had the money to be able to get these things done. But yeah, it just really puts into perspective how much it costs to be a homeowner, and we're definitely gonna start a home maintenance fund as soon as possible.